All right, you guys, what's going on? Today we're back with another video, and as you have seen in the title, we're gonna talk about the only light modifier that you need. Let's get straight into it.
I'm sorry about this, you guys. My microphone actually died on me while I was recording this segment, but I'm shooting with the Godox 8400 with the power on 1/16th, and this is the Chrome umbrella, and I'm gonna have it linked down below. One of the first key points I want to talk about is this actual diffusion material that's in front of the umbrella. This lets the light get as soft as possible, and you can take it off and actually get a hard light source, but I like to keep it on for this image because I'm going to show you guys the soft light that's going to come out of this modifier. To add some fill for underneath, I used a regular silver reflector, but I turned it on the gold side.
And for today's model, we have the beautiful Kyra with us. And just to help with some poses, I placed the apple box right here just to give her some flexibility when it comes to her posing options.
And here's some of the images that you guys are seeing. The umbrella can't do any wrong. It's one of my favorite modifiers. As you guys can see, it creates a very pleasing soft light. And here are also the settings that I use to capture these images.
All right, you guys, and now we are at the next setup. And as you guys can see, I actually have Kyra kneeling, but she's using this V-flat as a bounce board for fill. And what I like about using the bounce board in this term and in this way is that it gives you a very, very soft feel. It's not harsh, it's not dim, it's actually very full of light, and it's very, very soft. I highly recommend you guys doing this if you want a very soft feel from underneath. And for this setup, we have the Godox 8400 with our umbrella placed right in front of her for a very soft, even light, no shadows on the sides. And I just did that because I wanted a very clean image, as you guys can see in these photos. And that's what I'm getting by putting this light right in front of her, as well as this soft V-flat sitting right underneath her. And if you guys want specifics on the settings, I'm shooting at 1/8 speed on my Godox 8400. And for my camera settings, I'm shooting at 1/125th, f5.6, and my ISO is at 100. And if you guys want to know how exactly I set this V-flat up, I literally get two stands that are equal height, and all I do is place that V-flat right above them, and I just normally give the model like a little stool or something that she can sit down on, or she can just kneel if that's comfortable for her too. And right now we are on our last setup of the day, and right here you can see we have our umbrella placed on her left, and we have a V-flat with the black side facing her on her right. And as you guys can see, this is a very simple setup, only one light, only one modifier. We're only using a V-flat just to create some extra shadows on her other side. And I love this setup, it's super clean, but this goes into another reason why I love using the umbrella is because you can get dramatic results very easily. So you can go from a clean, light, maybe a skincare beauty look to a very dramatic, very classic look, very timeless look, especially if you love a good black and white photo. And as you guys can see, I've actually taken the soft diffusion off of my umbrella to get a more punchy image. So with the umbrella, when you take off the diffusion, you get a more contrasty, more harder shadows image. But when you have that diffusion back on, it diffuses the shadows, it gets a lot softer, image is very clean. So it's a great way to get a change in your imagery by not having to go out and buy a whole nother modifier. And so right here, this is the Chrome umbrella, and the reason I really like this one is because of the versatility. I love the interior. It also has been with me for a couple years, so it's very durable. And if you guys want to purchase this umbrella, as well as some other umbrellas that I would recommend for you guys, the links will be in the description below. And that also goes into another reason why I really highly recommend the umbrellas is because they are so cheap and they are so affordable. Like I've bought multiple umbrellas and they don't break the bank at all. And you can get you a very nice umbrella without having to break the bank and still get a very nice result. And with it being very compact, it is actually very lightweight. As you guys can see, I can toss it up and down. Some of my other modifiers, they're big and heavy, they take up a lot of space. Some of them you can't even fold down. So this being so small and lightweight, it's great if you want to travel around with it. And it's also great if you have a smaller space. I know a lot of my subscribers, you guys ask me for tips and setups if you guys live in an apartment and you want to shoot in it as well, or if your studio is a much smaller space. I highly recommend them because you can use them in smaller spaces, just like your apartment, your garage, or a smaller studio setup if that's what fits you best. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Tommy.4K. If you guys want to follow Kyra on Instagram, she is
Kyra Unique.
And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.